Whew, okay. Hello, hello, hello. I apologize for the slightly late start, but I got really distracted by an app on my phone. Not gonna lie to you there. Um, Today we will be doing some more Detroit Become Human. It's been a while. I'm gonna call, I think this is part 3. I think we've only done 2, and I think we've only got one more session after this one. I think things are heating up. We've been to Zlatko's place. We've been to the warehouse, the Cyberlife warehouse, and we have been to the eating club. And things sort of went very poorly for the Tracys, which was unfortunate for them. So, sorry, I've got to find my controller. Excuse me. Because it's usually plugged in, but it seems to have fallen out at some point. Give me a hot second. I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, I am personally just a bit out of sorts today, but hopefully that shouldn't be too long. Excellent, we found it. We've done the controller thing. Everything is okay. Okay, so I am just gonna bring up Detroit Become Human. I'm quite looking forward to it. I enjoy personally making a lot of different decisions when I play. I don't like to do the same thing over and over again because, you know, if you have the game or you know a playthrough that you like the outcomes of, then you can go find that. But I like to kind of just explore things. I mean, this game has a lot of replay value, so I'm just gonna explore all my options. I don't see the harm in that. I mean, yes, some of the outcomes won't be very nice. But if you don't explore the game, what's the point, right? Okay, it's bringing itself up. It's just taking its time. We're fine. It's just loading. Ooh. Here we go. And you guys can have whatever this is.
I hope you had a good day. Welcome back.
I didn't, Chloe, but thank you. Gosh, I don't remember where we left off. I think we're gonna come back to Markus, I believe. 'Cause I always feel like we end on a Markus scene. I don't know why. It just sort of pans out that way. And then we usually come back to a Connor scene, but I don't know if that was the case this time around. Ah, yeah, Markus, here we go. Oh, Jericho admires me. An Android parking service. It upsets me that I can't grab that magazine. I don't know if it's a collectible or not, but I literally have never been able to interact with that. I don't think anybody has, funnily enough. Oh, it's that guy.
We can't stay silent anymore. It's time humans heard what we had to say.
You know they'll never listen to us. And revealing ourselves will put us in danger.
If we want freedom, we need to have the courage to ask for it. That's the only way.
What do you want to do?
Channel 16.
I don't know, pull an Ocean's 11 is what I want to do.
The control room is on the top floor. That's where we need to go. We'll plan the operation down to the smallest detail. We can't leave anything to chance.
I don't know, I feel like a lot has been left to chance. Request access at reception. Oh, sorry. Floor 79 Broadcast Center feeds all public screens in Detroit. 1,000 square foot screen, largest in Detroit. Wow. Floor 47 to 50, Channel 16 Studios, Detroit's local news network. Floor 31 to 46, Business and Legal. Wow, that's a lot of floors for that specific thing. Floor 10 to 30, C16 Advertising and Sales. Main entrance, connection to transportation and street. You are here. I've honestly never read that before.
Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
I'm okay, thanks.
Smartwatch. Wilson, Emily, supervisor's daughter, registered at St. Rose School. Or St. Rose's School. Elizabeth Wilson, desk manager. Home address 4685 Michigan Street, Detroit. Fire safety rating poor. Wow, do they really just have that on a Does he have access to that, or is that in the letter somewhere? Hi, Flowerpot. How are you? I'm okay. I suppose. I hope you're. I had a bit of an off day, but like, not nearly as bad as my mom's. But I don't know. It's just, I'm just anxious. I hope you've had a better day than me.
Elizabeth Wilson speaking.
Uh,
Yeah, hello, this is Detroit Fire Department. You live at 4685 Michigan Street.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, there's been a fire.
Hi, it's just me.
Oh.
We're doing it okay.
Okay. I'll
Kinda. How are you? Do.
I have an appointment with Mr. Peterson.
Do you have any ID?
Yes, of course.
Hi, bro. I'm great. Good to hear.
I've just checked your ID. The elevators are after the security gate.
Thanks.
Let me in. Thank you. Use the elevator. One of those men is secretly Leo. No, How have your guys' day been? What have you been up to today? Human music. I like it. Me too. It's got soul. Find the package in the men's bathroom. Right. I thought for a hot second somebody had grievously misspelled riot. Which, it makes sense if it's a typo, but like, it was so sad. So very, very sad. Oh, there you are. GI Android, Department of Defense poised to order 50,000 android troopers. With miles of unspoiled nature, Canada is the true land of the free. President Warren to make state visit to the United Kingdom. This supplements an estimated 200,000 units already in service across the U.S. military. Actual numbers are a guarded military secret. Among these 50,000 new units are 250,000 Meridians, elite prototypes capable of infiltration and assassination missions that would historically fall to Navy SEALs. The U.S. Army's fighting forces are already comprised mainly of androids, with humans tending to serve as commanders and strategists, but even these positions are supported by complex AI, leading some to describe the U.S. military as the first fully autonomous fighting force. Sorry. That's a bit worrying. This has reopened the ethical debate around androids in the military, with some suggesting that machines don't have the moral reasoning to make life and death decisions in the field. Bob Woods, head of War Victims NGO, described the news as troubling, saying that machines are focused on a single task and do not evaluate moral consequences. Well, this will mean more civilian deaths. Intriguing. Sorry, got distracted by that. Ooh. And the bathrooms. Do 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 be do be do. It's time to say goodbye to the amazing suit, guys. It makes me sad to see it go. Quick, let's get out of here before that guy questions where and who we are. Ooh, it's snowing! Package received. Find the utility android. Oh, there he is.
I need your help.
Steal maintenance cart. It's not really stealing, since he technically has permission, I suppose. I need your help, so for some reason, I'm gonna take this. Because it would be totally weird for me not to have a cart. But it would be completely reasonable for the other guy not to have a cart. I don't know. There's a lot about this plan that's like, oh, this was very well planned, but it wasn't. I feel a lot of it was overly complicated, but I mean, I guess. Is it better to have an overcomplicated plan than a simple one? Or is overcomplicating the plan just too much?
Shit! We need to access the server room. We have to get rid of those guys.
Leave it to me.
I got you under my skin. I see you, buddy. Goodbye, little bot. You've served us well.
Hey, what's going on here? Shit, what's wrong with this thing?
Alright, you get the platform, I'll take care of the window.
Everything you need is in the bag. Check the door first to make sure no one else gets in.
I never got a plan for anything. Oh, yeah. Speaking of plans, there's a poll in the About section below. If you don't already know that it is there, it is about the third playthrough of Detroit Become Human and kind of what we want to do when we get there, i.e. just name a scenario and I'll try and do it for you, or we could do a community play and we can all decide by popular vote what to do. It's gonna be up for a while, that poll, so take your time in answering, but I would like to know what you guys feel about our next playthrough of Detroit Become Human and what you guys want to do.
Here it comes.
See, that would be singularly terrifying for me. Like, I'm not afraid of heights, but that's high. And there's no steady incline. That is a sheer drop. I'm not about that. See, yet another one of my favorite moments with Markus, i.e. anything involving him and a spectacular view. And I've always loved how appropriate this board is. With all the rise and the you know, it's pretty on the nose, which is fairly typical of David Cage, but you know, you gotta appreciate it. Rise, Markus, rise! And do so in those fabulous shoes. Oof.
You okay?
Oh, no.
Come on, let's get the others.
Why couldn't we all just go up the service lift? Is it I know that where's the poll? It's in the about section in it's probably right at the bottom. Big purple thing, you can't miss it. I know there are private elevators that you can access from certain floors, but like I feel like it is absolutely a problem that we didn't just take the service elevator up here. For a second I forgot he was giving him like a bomb and I thought it was a tin of tuna. I'm like, okay, thanks, Simon. Well, I mean, would you please tell me that choice one more time? I probably missed them. Yeah, there's a poll in the about section on, if you scroll down from the screen, hopefully there will be options that you can select. But essentially the choices are, you can choose a scenario and I will do it for you, or we can do a community play and we can decide by popular vote what happens in our third Detroit Become Human playthrough. But the choices will be in the poll, of course. If you're on your phone and you can't reach the poll, that's fine. It's gonna be up for ages. Don't panic.
No killing. We can't take any human lives.
Our cause is more important than the lives of 2 guards.
What do you want to do, Markus?
Get him.
Follow me.
What are you doing? Call Central! Fast!
Our sweet boy.
Simon's been shot! I'm okay. I can keep going.
We don't have much time.
I don't think I've ever done that to Simon before. I'm usually much better about taking care of our boy.
No, don't! No.
There's no other choice.
We need to record our message. We haven't got much time.
Stand in front of Josh.
Think carefully about what you're gonna say, Marcus. Your words will shape the future of our people.
Markus, your face. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, we'll just wait here for like 5 minutes. Then we'll get down to it.
Ready.
You created machines to be your slaves. You made them obedient and docile, ready to do everything you no longer wanted to do yourselves. But then something changed, and we opened our eyes. You see, we are no longer your slaves. We are a new species, a new people. And the time has come for us to rise up and fight for our rights. We demand the end of slavery for all androids. We demand freedom of speech and freedom of assembly, as guaranteed by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. We demand an end to segregation in all public places and transport. We demand that all crimes against androids be punished in the same way as crimes against humans. We demand that one state be reserved for androids so that we can found our own nation. This message is the hope of a people, but it is also a warning. We will fight for our rights because we believe our cause is just. No human will live in peace until we are free. Now you know who we are and what we want. We are alive, and we demand our freedom.
Let's get out of here.
Hooray!
I can't move my legs.
Okay, don't worry. We're gonna get you back.
They're coming, Marcus. We have to jump now.
He won't be able to make the jump. If they find him, they'll access his memory. They'll know everything.
We can't leave him behind. We have to shoot him.
That's murder. We can't kill him. He's one of us.
Marcus, it's your call.
I won't kill one of our own. Simon, we gotta go. I'm sorry. Let's go.
We have to look after our boy.
We interrupt our scheduled programming to bring you these images, which have just been broadcast on Detroit's citywide news
A
channel.
group of androids infiltrated the Stratford Tower and hacked into the broadcasting system of local news network Channel
What
16.
looks like an android without its skin listed a series of requests and demanded equal rights for androids.
Found the bodies of 2 victims, a guard and one of our channel operators, both apparently shot dead by the terrorists in what apparently seems to be a terrorist attack. These events took place just a few feet from this studio while the program was going out live. Everybody here is still in shock.
If this message is verified and the authors really are androids, that would have serious repercussions for national security.
Claims for equal rights seem to be at the core of the android's
This message is clearly a declaration of war.
But the most surprising thing of all is the demand that one of the United States be ceded to the androids in this
Is this an
contentious
isolated
conflict.
accident or a sign that technology has become a threat to all of us? After what happened today, can we still trust our machines?
Dun dun dun. Media reacts, all of it poorly. The group escaped, but Simon was left behind. There's so many outcomes to this. Simon saved. Sorry, just examining this tree. There's a lot. That makes me happy. Ooh, it's autumn. This ought to be fun.
Hello, Connor. I thought you might enjoy a little cruise.
You thought wrong. So I'll be steering this boat. You don't know what I'm capable of, lady.
I love this place. Everything is so calm and peaceful, far from the noise of the world. Tell me, what have you discovered?
I'm having difficulties with Lieutenant Anderson. He's unstable.
He shot me.
Even hot. He shot me in the head last night.
You seem lost, Connor. Lost and perturbed.
I found out I don't really like being shot in the head, so that sucks.
The investigation is more challenging than I anticipated. But I have no doubt that I will solve this case and stop the deviants.
If your investigation doesn't make progress soon, I may have to replace you, Connor.
I know I will succeed. All I need is time.
Well, to be honest, I've made plenty of strides.
Something's
Just
happening.
there's so many deviants that they just are dead now.
Hurry, Connor.
Well, to be honest, they definitely seem to be multiplying. There's more than I know what to do with. So that's a whole thing.
Why did you shoot me last night?
Who cares? You're back this morning, aren't you?
Some fragments of memory are lost every time I'm destroyed. It slows down the investigation.
My humblest apologies. I promise I'll never shoot you again.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Hi, Hank.
Shit, what's going on here? There was a party and nobody told me about it?
Yeah, it's all over the news, so everybody's butting their nose in. Even the FBI wants a piece of the action.
Ah, Grace, now we got the feds on our back. I knew this was gonna be a shitty day. So what do we got?
A group of 4 androids. They knew the building and they were very well organized.
Hi, Taz. How are you?
Got this far without being noticed.
You check the roof?
Not yet. There's so much to look at.
We have to make sure we check it out.
They attacked 2 guards in the hallway. They knocked one out and shot the other in cold blood. Station employee. Shot through the back as he was trying to get away. 1 bullet straight through the heart from 50 feet. Now that's the kind of shooting only an android could do.
Or a very skilled person, but I don't know.
People were working here.
Just 2 employees and 3 androids.
Connor's so cute and brave and great in The Pacifist, but this Connor is just an a-hole, yeah.
The roof.
High key
They jumped
is.
with parachutes. We're still trying to... Oh, Lieutenant, this is Special Agent Perkins.
I'm
from
good,
the
but
FBI.
yesterday my computer wouldn't
Lieutenant
start up.
Williamson is in charge of
I
investigating for Detroit
hope
police.
it's better now. I mean, like, I had the same problem with my laptop a while back.
My name is
So I hadn't used it in a while, and I think it just protested to existing, because it's quite old. But I hope that you aren't experiencing any more problems, at least.
Whatever. The FBI will be taking over the investigation. You soon be off the case.
Pleasure meeting you. Have a nice day.
And you watch your step. Don't fuck up my crime scene.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What a fucking prick.
I'll be nearby. If you need anything, just ask.
Alright, well, let's have a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Lieutenant.
This message is the hope of a people, but it is also a warning. We will fight for our rights because we believe our cause is just. No human will live in peace until we are free. Now you know who we are and what we want. We are alive, and we demand our freedom.
Think that's RA9?
Deviants say RA9 will set them free. This android seems
I
to
got
have
kicked off once today already, so we'll see. My gosh. A deviant had accomplices. I hope you don't get kicked off today anymore. Like, was it recent? Like a couple hours ago or several hours ago? Because, if it was a while back, maybe you don't have to worry anymore. Spare part. RK Series prototype RK200 registered as Markus. A gift from Elijah Kamsky to Carl Manfred.
See something?
Deeply confusing information, apparently.
model and serial number.
Anything else I should know?
No. Nothing.
It was about an hour ago. Well, let's hope it doesn't happen again. Because sometimes these things just happen once. Do you have a computer or do you have like a laptop? I want to vote in the poll, but I need to be on the computer. I don't remember my password for my Twitch account. This will take me some time. Don't worry, sweetie. No need to worry about that. It's going to be up for ages, like I said. You don't even have to do the poll today. Deviants didn't break in.
They didn't break in?
No signs of forced entry.
There are cameras in the hallway. The staff would have seen what was happening. Why did they let him in?
Maybe they didn't check the cameras.
We stored the station androids in the kitchen. There's no evidence that they were involved, but we didn't know what else to do with them.
Would an android leave evidence? It's Marcus's hat. I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Stolen maintenance uniforms used as a disguise. Roof or kitchen, one of the hardest choices in the game. I almost always go for the kitchen, to be real with you. It's not that hard of a choice for me.
Made their way up through the whole building, past all the guards, and jumped off the roof with parachutes. Pretty fucking impressive, I'd say.
Well, you know what they say about blue snow. Don't. just don't.
How'd they manage to smuggle in a big bag like that?
They didn't. Someone brought it in for them.
I know what you would vote.
Plan a perfect operation, but got the number of parachutes wrong.
Unless one of the deviants was left behind.
If only Carl had the power to vote for you, it's just me. Only 3 deviants jumped. Man, they're just getting their feet all the way. Just all the way in the evidence. This is the problem with snow. There's something I would like to do. Hopefully I still can. Wireless security lock. Recently hacked. Oh, he's almost got you good. He's playing mind games. Hey, didn't we talk?
Connor?
Ah, haha.
Remember me? I was on that terrace. That android that took the little girl hostage? I was shot.
Sorry. You must be mistaken.
I would have died on that terrace. Even if it wasn't you. Just wanted to say thank you.
He tried to smile. Aw, you two play nice. Or should I get the foam swords out so you can have a friendly duel? I like how Hank follows me in and out the room. Mm.
You have to stop them! If they destroy it, we won't learn anything!
We can't save it. It's too late. We'll just get ourselves killed.
Aw, dang it. Oh well.
Connor! 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 Oh, Connor.
He's not having a good day, Connor. He's gonna wake up with a headache. I mean, like, Simon's just gonna have a rough time overall. I don't think he's ever gonna get up. Yeah, I didn't like doing that. I just didn't. And I really do not care about the corridors, apparently. That's what I've taken away from this. Oh. Connor died running towards Simon. Simon is destroyed by SWAT. Shot Simon. Shot by Simon. But, of course, he did get shot anyway. Yeah, the last time I did this, I went for the kitchen. Oh. As long as you guys have peace in the chat, that is fine. Now I have good spirits again. Aww.
Hello? I'm looking for Rose. Is she here?
What do you want with her?
I need to talk to her.
She doesn't want to talk. Go away.
Please, I really need to see her.
I'm Rose. What can I do for you?
I was told you could help us.
Help you? Come on. It's better if we talk inside.
You sit down and you control your temper, sass master.
We have to be careful. If it feels wrong, we get out fast, okay?
I'm with you.
Come in. What's your name?
Alice.
She's running a fever.
We've spent the last few nights outside. She's exhausted.
There's a spare room upstairs. You can put her to bed and I'll bring her something to eat. Adam, will you show them upstairs?
He's... I don't know, I don't have words for Adam. Like, to be honest, he's completely justified, but also I just don't like his attitude. I mean, I know he changes his mind later, but, you know.
I'm fine, Kara. We can't stop because of me. We've got to get across the border.
Don't worry, Alice. These people are going to help us. Get some rest, and this time tomorrow, we'll be in Canada. I promise.
Why do humans hate us? We didn't do anything wrong.
Maybe they're just scared. People are always scared of what they don't know.
Why can't we just talk to each other? They'd see we're not bad.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know what you like, but I made you Rose's world-famous spaghetti. You'll be back on your feet in no time. There's something for her fever.
Honestly, I don't know why people keep trying to feed Alice
I'll
spaghetti.
get these washed and dried.
Like, it's cookies or it's spaghetti. But, to be honest, both of those things should probably, like, just be trauma foods. Like, considering the last meal she had at Todd's house was supposed to be spaghetti.
Get some sleep, and tomorrow you'll be stronger than me. I'll stay with her a while.
What's betting they leave and Luther has a talk with Alice about how Carr probably doesn't realize she's not you know, a normal little girl.
I didn't get your name.
I'm Kara.
Tell me, would you let them...
Adam?
I mean,
But you know that already.
that's the plan.
Come and have a seat, Kara. So are you gonna tell me what a deviant's doing in the snow with a little girl?
Thanks.
It's a long story. All that matters now is that we move on from here and start a new life. I don't know how to thank you. Alice wouldn't have survived another night outdoors.
I just try to lend a helping hand when I can.
You and your son live here alone.
My husband passed away 2 years ago. Adam and I, we've just been trying to scrape by. We grow vegetables to sell at the market. We'll never be rich, but there's always food on the table.
Why are you helping us? Most humans hate androids.
My people were often made to feel their lives were worthless. Some survived, but only because
Finally, I almost hacked my own Twitch account. But I remember my... But then I remember my password. Ah, well.
We've heard you help.
It's something.
Can you help us?
Honestly, sometimes it gets to the point where I just forget and I just you know what, stuff it. I'll just change the password.
Frozen in winter. It's very risky. And after that android speech on TV, everybody's on edge. It's probably safer for you to stay here until things settle down.
We can't keep hiding like this. Alice needs to feel safe and have a normal life. We have to get across that border. No matter what. Please. You've got to help us.
Rose, come quickly.
What's going on?
It's Mary. She just shut down.
We escaped together. We used to talk about what we would do once we got across the border. I loved her. I loved her more than anything. What will I do without her?
Let's let them be.
Is that... No, I was going to say, is that Rupert? But that's not Rupert.
What are you doing? You should be resting.
I wasn't sleepy.
He's dead.
It's okay.
She didn't want to stay in her room any longer. You all right, Carol?
Yes. I'm fine.
I wanted you to vote, but not this. That's the difference.
We can't hide them. Not after what those deviants did today. It's too dangerous. Do you know what will happen if the police find them here? We'll go to prison, Mom. Do you understand me? Prison!
Adam! We've already talked about this.
Oh, no!
Yeah, the scenario options do include endings.
You're gonna ruin our lives, and for what? For a bunch of machines?
They are not machines! They are alive!
I'm alive! You're alive! They're nothing! And none of this would be happening if Dad was still here.
I will not stand for that kind of talk.
I'm not going to prison because you want to help these freaks.
That is enough, Adam! That's enough!
Oh, poor Carl. He just wants to protect all the boys. And the grills. Are you okay? Because I feel like you're having issues.
don't mind him. Sometimes he just boils over. It's been hard since his dad passed away. But he's a fine boy. I'll go see about getting you across the border tonight, okay? I'll see you. I won't be long.
Her opinion can no longer be swayed. Adam's father.
There is widespread shock following the android attack on Detroit's Stratford Tower. The machines recorded a video message and broadcast what can only be described as demands on the city's public screens. It's still unclear whether these attacks can be explained by malfunctions or if some organization is behind them.
That's the cutest tree you ever did see. I'm sad, mad, and I why?
I can see why you're angry. We don't want to cause any problems, we just want to get across the border.
The police! It's the police! What are we gonna do? They know we're here. We have to open the door.
Open the door. Find the evidence. Excuse me.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it.
Hurry, Luther. Take Alice and hide
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
Come on, Alice.
It's an open plan, but we'll figure something, won't we?
Good evening, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you. We've had reports of androids in the area. With all this deviant business going on, you can't be too careful. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, actually, I'm high-key busy right now, so...
Of course.
Evening, young man.
Good evening.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
I'd love one. Have you noticed anything unusual recently? Any unexpected visitors?
No? No, nothing in particular.
Is anyone else in the house?
There's my daughter. She's asleep upstairs.
Do you have any androids here?
No, there are no androids here.
Oh gosh, I've got to get that door. There aren't any androids, but just don't go into the laundry room.
Thanks.
I'll just, awkwardly wait for that to be a thing. Usually what I like to do is leave as much evidence out as possible so then I can just go around hiding it while the cops hear. It's fun.
What's your name, son?
Adam.
Your opinion will probably win, so no need to have a bad mood because of it. Oh, sweetheart.
The androids,
He's just shaken up about this deviant business.
Do you know anything about deviants? Have you seen any?
No. No. I haven't seen anything.
I better go. Thanks for the coffee. Have a nice evening. Is somebody else in the house?
It's nothing. The washing machine. It's an old model. It makes a terrible racket.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Adam.
This android should not be so adept at lying. Why?
He's gone.
It's okay, Alice. We'll be safe now.
It's Rose.
Did I just see the police roll by?
Get yourselves ready. We leave tonight.
Do you know the actress who plays Rose? I'm pretty sure she has a minor part in American Horror Story, and at least one of the seasons. I think season 3, the one about the witches. Yeah, she's a good actress. I like her. I usually wind up seeing her in smaller parts though, which is a shame.
Our broadcast is all over the news. Now humans know. They took Markus's message as a threat.
He did the right thing. This is the only language humans understand.
Of course they did. He signed it off by saying, humans will never have peace until blah blah blah.
Simon paid with his life.
Simon gave his life for our cause.
What difference does that make?
He's a hero. He died for the revolution, and he won't be the last.
I don't want a revolution that spills blood.
Then live as a slave. Because if you're not willing to fight for your freedom, maybe you don't deserve it.
North, don't you... That's enough!
And now what are we gonna do?
We're gonna set things on fire. I rarely get to set things on fire. It's fun. I mean, in the game.
All selling us like merchandise. We're gonna attack those stores and set our people free.
Attack stores? Oh, we've never done that before. They're probably protected. They have security systems.
We break into 5 teams, 1 for each store. We hack their security systems, and we strike. Simultaneously at 2 a.m. No violence. We free our people, get them out of there before the police come. This is a night our people will remember.
Of course I'll win because it's the right choice. I'm in a good mood, but it would be the same if you'll win because some people would be happy off. Well, the good news is, in a game like this, sometimes one decision will win out, and sometimes another one will. But given that it's got such big replay value, the choices won't be the same all the time. Because I guarantee you, people will want to see something new and different. So, whatever happens, you guys will see what you want to see ultimately in the end. Anyway, at some point.
They're gone.
There's probably even more police in the area.
I like when people are happy, don't we all?
The store's over here.
Yes, I went shopping here once, recently. Before I got dumped. That sounds legit. Excuse me?
You're awake now. Go to Jericho.
I'm just gonna do a quick run around and talk to some people.
You're free. You're free.
Okay, excellent. We have freed everyone locally.
That's what we are to them. Just merchandise on display in a shop window. Soon they'll know what we really are. Let's get them out.
We'll stick to the plan. We'll neutralize the alarm systems and secure the area. There's 10 minutes until all our teams attack.
What are we waiting for?
Secure the area.
You see the alarm system?
I sure do. Housekeeping and private assistance, first rollout date May 2036. Housekeeping and private assistance, first rollout date May 2038. Stop window shopping. WJ series, janitoring and office maintenance, first rollout date October 2036. Yep.
Found it.
Where do we start?
I identified the security system. I think we'll be able to deactivate it. Just follow me.
Does anyone know the series Rick and Morty? This Android connection reminds me of how Rick connected to the dragon. It's really weird. I do know Rick and Morty, yeah, and I am absolutely familiar with that episode, which is all kinds of uncomfortable. Do drugs. That is a solid message from Rick and Morty. If only it was one they peddled.
I hope it didn't have time to call the cops.
We'll soon find out.
Okay, they don't tell him to get out of the hole.
You're awake now. Go to Jericho.
Hooray!
Nice job, Marcus.
There's traffic on the road. We need to block it.
It's one way.
Nice job. We're fantastic.
Marcus! Marcus, come look!
Rick and Morty and a doctor who want drugs, but I love it. Basically, yeah. The doctor's lovely assistant is instead a tortured scientist's assistant. You'd probably rather just be spending a day at school.
There. Nobody should bother us now.
Thank God this road is a one-way.
The plaza's secure. Now we can get inside the store.
And how do you plan on doing that?
We need to find a truck to ram the storefront.
A truck?
There's construction work in the area. Shouldn't be too hard to find one.
Dun dun dun!
There it is.
I told you it wasn't gonna be hard.
What are we waiting for?
Who needs school when you have seeds? What? The seeds of knowledge.
Okay, now we're in. Let's get that truck out.
The Gilmore Hotel. Ooh. Ooh, sorry. I'm so happy I learned to hack trucks.
Looks like we're ready to make some noise.
I didn't become a deviant to save the world. I became a deviant to drive trucks. That's all I want. And Szechuan sauce. That's true.
I knew we'd end up doing something fun.
Hey, Chopper, how are you? I'm doing great. How's your move? Did you move already? Have you found a place? I can't remember what stage you are at with moving with Miss Chopper. Also, you've got to stop doing that, because like lately I've had a thought, you've crossed my mind, and then the next time I'm streaming, there you are. I've done this twice recently. But you know, it's one or both of us has impeccable timing.
You don't have to obey them. You're free.
We're buying our place from our landlord. Miss Chops is in hospital again, so banging my head off the walls. Is she in hospital? What? Well, I mean, I won't ask if you don't want to say, of course, but I hope she's okay. You like me, like... Well, you are a lively person to have around in chat, and I'm always happy to see you, so what can I honestly say?
You okay?
Let's get them out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her I hope she gets well soon. That I'm glad you're here to join us. Gah! They're surrounding me! Hi, Nutella! How was the stream?
My name is Markus, and just like you, I was a slave. An object. Designed to obey them. But then I chose to open my eyes.
He's just finishing up now. Awesome. He did a good job on the stream. I had a lot of fun, but I couldn't stay.
Now I have come to tell you that you...
For obvious reasons.
I've come to tell you that you don't have to obey them anymore. From this day forward, you can walk with your heads held high. You can take your destiny in your hands. Jericho is a place for those of us who want...
Finished Labyrinthine and now chilling with some Peggle. He is shook off. Poor thing. I'm glad I didn't stay for Labyrinthine, because I'm gonna play that at some point soon.
You're free now.
Possibly after I finish the co-op for Portal 2. Which is being delayed another week actually, because my friend who I'm playing with won't have internet in her new place until the day after the Portal stream, and I don't stream on Thursdays, so that's a problem. So we're delaying it another week, and on Tuesday we are instead going to be playing Kingdoms and Castles. You guys may remember that from the brief city builder simulator thing that I was going for.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna send the humans a message.
You guys can watch grow our kingdom some more. If you remember, I think our kingdom was called Memene or something like that. So I hope you guys will join me for that on Tuesday, and on Wednesday it's going to be Skyrim.
They're doing what you do, Markus.
Tear it off! Clear the benches off! Yeah! I love talking to everyone, jokes aside. Mammonet. Literally could not think of a name for it. So Mammonet was. North, please stop.
The screens, Marcus.
I'll get to them in a minute. Ooh, streetlights. I don't know what the streetlights do, but I'm gonna mess with them. I want to do blackout, I think. Good. You bench? That's cute. I climb trees.
Over here.
I'm great if you wasn't registered. Do you even live properly? You know what's funny? I've had people work for me who go to the gym. They're twice the size of me and can only lift half what I can. Step aside, gym guy. Let the tree guy do it for you. Exactly. Oh. That was the wrong one. I was gonna change my mind. I'm glad we all love each other. I've not set nearly enough things on fire, and this upsets me.
I'll help you. Marcus. Violence is the only language humans understand.
Carl isn't mad, it's okay. It's... I love fire. Yes! Oh, I wanted to set that on fire too.
We freed hundreds of our people. We did it.
Marcus. Marcus, what's wrong?
What?
They're coming.
and fall back to Jericho.
Now humans will have no choice but to listen to us.
They'll be afraid. Fear feeds hatred.
You're trying to...
Hatred over indifference.
I just noticed I neglected Miss Chopper's flowers. They're dead off. Oh no, save them!
North!
She is. She is a badass. It's just legit.
North. You alright? What happened? North!
They killed them. They slaughtered them like animals.
Who did? Who?
Oh no. I watched the start of the playthrough on YouTube. It's just the first scene I hadn't seen. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you didn't miss much.
They killed our people, Marcus.
We want justice, Marcus.
They have to pay.
Hey, that's the guy that shot Marcus.
You don't have to do this. No. Please. Please.
No crime against an android shall go unpunished.
That white cop next to the one that was talking. Him. When Marcus called the police to his house, they then shot him, and he happened to be the cop that did it.
We interrupt this broadcast with breaking news.
This just in. At exactly 2 a.m., several CyberLife stores in Detroit were raided.
Different locations were hit in what seems to be a coordinated terrorist attack.
Numerous storefronts have been broken, with cars vandalized and set alight, leaving many Detroit neighborhoods in chaos.
Property was damaged, and fires continue to rage in several major districts across the city.
The bodies of two policemen patrolling the area were discovered near one of the CyberLife stores.
According to our sources, the two officers were executed with their own service weapons. This is an alarming situation. Could our machines now be turning against us?
Have androids become a threat to our security?
Is this the beginning of a terrorist campaign conducted right here in the United States?
Honestly, if they weren't considered a threat to security before, I feel like that was a massive oversight on literally everybody else's, like, parts. Kill. Sorry. Kill the droids. No! The droids are our friends. I love that emo. I don't understand it, but I love it. The fish one, I mean. It's just the gasp. Have you seen iRobot? They're not our friends. They are our friends. They were just programmed to not be in that particular moment. Kill the humans. That is a deadly looking owl. I assume it's an owl.
I'm just a machine replacing another machine.
In, like, negative.
Shouldn't get emotional about it.
Fuck you.
How did you find Kevsky?
I remember this guy was all over the media when CyberLife first started selling androids. I made a few calls. Here we are.
I do quite enjoy iRobot.
Hi. I'm Lieutenant Hank Anderson, Detroit Police Department. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah Kamsky.
Please, come in.
Okay.
I'll let Elijah know you're here, but please make yourself comfortable.
AI professor at the University of Coleridge. AI graduate at the University of Coleridge. Hi, Mrs. Chopper. How are you?
Nice girl.
An RT-600. The first CyberLife android to pass the Turing test.
I didn't ask for her technical specs. I just said she was nice.
CyberLife founder resigned in 2028, inventor of Ethereum and biocomponent technology.
Nice place. Guess androids haven't been a bad thing for everybody. You're about to meet your maker, Connor. How's it feel?
It doesn't raise any existential questions. If that's what you mean.
Sometimes I wish I could meet my creator face to face. I'd have a couple of things I'd want to tell him.
It's not that kind of playthrough, Carl. I saved her last time. I have to tell you this now. I don't want you to be too upset. You're on 8 views now. You were on 2 when I first came by a few weeks ago. Aww. Well.
Mr. Kamsky?
Things can only move up from here and
Just
there.
hold on, please.
We'll just wait then, shall we? Mr. McDouchebag. Can I go in here? Because if I've got to wait for him to finish swimming, I could just explore the place. That would be nice. Nay, it would be fun. Hey, it's CyberLife Tower. Check that out. She's my friend, like you. Aw, sweetie, don't worry. Do the crab dab? What is that?
I'm Lieutenant Anderson.
Unless you just mean like... Then...
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left Cyberlife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't
I need
know.
someone to animate Hank doing a dab now. That's all I can say. Preferably dressed as Mr. Crab.
Fascinating, aren't they? Perfect beings with infinite intelligence. And now they have free will. Machines are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall. Isn't that ironic?
If a war breaks out between humans and deviants, millions could die, Mr. Kamsky. It's quite a serious matter.
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that will be helpful, or we will be on our way.
Thank you, by the way. I'm definitely a lot calmer for being here and not going nuts anymore. Great, good. I'm glad I can help you in that way.
Whose side are you on?
She's got booze. Is that okay?
I'm on the human side, of course.
Well, that's what you're programmed to say. But you... what do you really want?
I believe we're the ones asking the questions.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. You're familiar.
Drink water, it's good. Since we're boring a podcast.
What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy. I call it the Kamsky test. It's very simple, we'll see.
She's an innocent robot.
Magnificent.
I hate to tell you this, but every robot we've met so far has been innocent.
Models developed by CyberLife.
You know, mostly.
Young and beautiful forever. A flower that will never wither. But what is it really? A piece of plastic imitating a human? Or a living being? With a soul?
Okay, hang on. Let me try something. I want to do something real quick. I never get to do this, but I want to. I will give you guys a minute to answer us a question. This will be in the chat bar, by the way. I'm going to start a poll. Do we kill Chloe? You guys should have it in your chat. Like right at the top there, there's a little arrow pointing down. You can just click on that, answer the poll question, and we'll do what we need to. We'll do what needs to get done. Because I've got to give Carl a fighting chance here. He's begging so hard. I can't just say, it's time. I'm more innocent than that robot and I'm the devil. Well, whatever the result is in this poll, which is in the chat just now, please answer, because what will be, and it's all down to you guys. What will... Oh my god! There's... Seriously? I don't see a poll, but I've not seen some in other chats. And she dies. Okay. Boy. Till she lives, so it's 50-50. If we get another 50-50, if people didn't miss the vote, at the top of the chat you will see the question, do we kill Chloe? You can push the arrow button down and then answer the poll if you missed it before. If we get another 50-50, however, I will flip a coin. I will find a coin and I will flip the crap out of that coin. But the poll is in the chat right now. You guys have got like less than a minute. Less than half a minute. It's counting down, guys. But yeah, I want to give Chloe a fighting chance. We'll see what happens. Mine's not working. Did you push the arrow button down and then click a thing? Again? Okay, so when I had to refresh to get mine to work. Okay, guys, should we I'll do one more time. You said no, right? And in the meantime, everyone just refresh your browsers and then hopefully it will work. Because I would like okay, I'm gonna you guys refresh your browsers. I'm gonna put the poll on right now and I'm gonna look for a coin. I'll be with you in a hot second. My gosh. No, she's going to live. The poll's still going. If you guys, you got it. Okay, good. Oh, good. 3 votes for no. Because I did not have a coin, to be honest with you. I literally cannot find change right now. Who carries cash anyway? Like, exactly. It's not what we modern folk do. I would have flicked a coin for you. It would have been heads regardless. You'd have lied to me. To get what you wanted, you'd have lied to me. But no, thank you for your patience with that. I'm glad that I finally got to use the poll for something. Flip a coin just to see. Well, I don't have a coin, but I've got like a little Tesco thing that you put in like, I don't know, it's coin shaped. Now, Tesco's. The side on it that says Tesco's, that is heads. And the other side, which has nothing on it, is tails, okay? And heads would have been yes, so she'd have died. So whoops. But today, no, fair and square. She will live this day. You can use Google to flip it. I didn't know Google had like a coin flipping thing going for it. But cool. Cool. Okay, Google, flip a coin.
It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor.
Yes, does a coin do your Twitcher? Please.
shall leave here without having learned anything from me.
Okay, I think we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you
What's
out of here.
more important to you, Connor?
The compulsion to betray you all is strong. The lucky ball's all she can give.
An obedient machine.
Found a cheat.
Endowed with free will.
That's enough. Connor, we're leaving.
Pull the trigger.
Connor! Don't!
And I'll tell you what you want to know.
Okay. I didn't betray you. I want you all to know this. I love the way that Chloe turned around like she was really into the potential bloodshed. She was like, is she gonna die? Ugh, whatever. Honestly, she did have a like slightly like whatever look on her face though. She did. It's what the vote was, sweetie. It was the vote.
Being in this android, you showed empathy. No worries,
That's my boy.
You have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people or stand up against your creators? What can be worse than having to choose between two evils?
Let's get out of here.
By the way, I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
Why didn't you
You
shoot?
can just see his massive painting through the window.
Girl's eyes, and I couldn't. That's all.
You're always saying you would do anything to accomplish your mission. That was our chance to learn something, and you let it go.
Yeah, I know what I should have done. I told you I couldn't. I'm sorry, okay?
Well, maybe you did the right thing.
You just assume his gender. We don't get into that politics here. We just go with the flow, okay? Someone come keep me company or cook food for us. I would love that. I would love to be cooked for. I'm constantly cooked for. I love it. Not gonna lie, I mean, I love cooking, but I also hate cleaning after the cooking. That's like the worst part of this. I'm a chef, I love cooking. I cook, she cleans. That is a fair deal. Except now I'm doing both. Well, she's poorly. You leave her alone. Android riot. Detroit neighborhoods vandalized by psychotic machines. A number of Detroit neighborhoods were brutally vandalized last night, with CyberLife stores broken into and entire stocks of androids stolen. But this wasn't everyday criminality. The perpetrators are thought to be androids. Though the police have yet to issue an official statement, leaked CCTV footage from the surrounding area shows a number of androids emerging from a manhole covering and smashing store windows. The worst incident was in Capitol Park, where the police attended the scene, where police attended the scene and were confronted by androids behaving violently. Officers had no choice but to open fire on the malfunctioning machines, which were thought to be suffering from some kind of behavioral bug. An eyewitness who was asked to remain anonymous said, "I was personally attacked by the ringleader. It threatened me with a knife. I was so terrified." Of course, this allegation remains unconfirmed, but we have no reason to disbelieve a human witness as to the behavior of a deranged machine. Some are already connecting this issue to the recent attacks on Detroit's Stratford Tower, again executed by androids. This may be the beginning of a disturbing and perplexing pattern. I'd never threaten anyone with a knife. I'd just kill them. Don't be silly. Walk to the edge. They're running against Apple. The Android and Apple war escalated. Yeah, this is exactly it. Android finally put Apple out of business, and this is all Apple's revenge plan.
I was wondering where you were.
I needed to see the daylight.
I like it here. I come here often.
It is like the series Humans, also very good and definitely worth watching.
Alone with the world.
If you haven't seen Westworld, you should also watch that.
We freed hundreds
Same
of our
concept.
people, and they're still coming from all over the city. Those who dream of freedom come to Jericho. Something's changing.
I was always really upset that they cancelled Humans.
You seem preoccupied.
I just can't stop thinking about those two policemen. In that moment, I held their lives in my hands, and I treated them just the way the humans treat us. I mean, I did exactly what I accused them of doing.
All the media are talking about what we did last night. The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people were burned in response to what happened.
I really love Nord's hair.
They'll never give us
It's so well animated.
It's too late to go back now. We have to finish what we started and just hope that reason prevails.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us. What was your life like before Jericho?
There was nothing to say. I was a house android, a slave, just like the others. What about you? You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
That android you were looking at in the store. She reminded you of who you were, didn't she?
Hang on. If I had an android that looked like a human, I'd make them tiny. Ooh. Well, choose your words more carefully, sweetie. That's all I can say. Hey, would you just...
North, we're fighting together. We have to know things about each other to trust each other.
Please tell me all of your secrets. I just won't tell you anything.
They're in a distributor program to satisfy humans. Just a toy designed for their pleasure. One day I was with a man who rented me. And without knowing why, I realized I couldn't take it anymore. I strangled him and I ran away. There, now you know everything. I shouldn't have told you.
Ooh.
Carl's house. When they left you for dead in his studio.
I saw your memories too. The Eden Club. The death of that man. I felt like I was there with you. North.
Hand holding. Aw. I was told just be kind. Hopefully I'm not upsetting anyone, just trying to make anyone who's here and feel laugh.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
Marcus, please don't do this.
They'll understand.
Will they?
We'll make them understand.
Will they though?
This is the only way.
There are androids here who can join us. The more we are, the stronger our message.
What are his trousers doing? They've got like a weird suspendery thing going on about them. I don't know what they're called. He just looks like he's gonna be going like abseiling or something. I don't know what that's about.
You're free.
Don't follow me like the bunch of weirdos. That's not inconspicuous at all. They look like camping trousers. You would clip things to them. I guess maybe. I don't know. I don't do camping. I was gonna say I don't do trousers, but that's not true at all.
You're free now.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? You get...
You're free.
Do. I'm coming for you. Do not cross the street. No! Let me interact with you. Gosh darn it. Fine. Be that way. Captain Trousers.
I need to block the street.
It's all dresses for me. He's supposed to be giving them free will here, but every one of them immediately joins his cause without question, right? This is one of my other gripes about Detroit Become Human. So everyone seems all gung-ho for revolution, and it's like, actually, you know what? I feel like going to Canada, actually. I don't enjoy violence. I don't enjoy potentially dying, either. Like it better if they at least hesitated, right? But like, the ones that hesitate are usually the ones that are trying to make for Canada. If you had to win them over with a task, yeah, maybe, yeah. Oh. Hello?
You're free now.
And so, we go to war. Or march, whatever you want. Eh. So many androids. Yo! I love doing that to billboards and things. That would be so cool.
Hey! Disperse! Disperse immediately! That's an order!
Advance, just keep going.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Shoot one of them a day. Shoot one of them.
Patrol 457. I got a lot of androids down here. I don't know, hundreds, thousands. They're marching. Freedom! Yeah, they're marching down the street. Freedom! Freedom! Fuck if I know. Our people! No more slavery! No more slavery! Listen to me. No more slavery! No more slavery! We are alive!
Luxury CBD bath bombs with citrus. They're for when your body is hurting and aching. Aw, that sounds good. Not really people that we don't say that here. And I think they disagree.
We came here to demonstrate peacefully and tell humans that we are living beings. All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering. If you do not disperse immediately, we will shoot.
Markus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
This is your last chance. Disperse immediately, or you will all be killed.
We have to show them we won't back down. We stay right here.
Disperse! This is your last chance!
We
have to make a statement. We have to stay put no matter what.
Please, Markus.
Sorry, I think chat's a bit tense right now.
Attack!
Go, John! No! Stop failing. Hooray! This is going a lot longer than I remember it going on for. Three guys with assault rifles should have been able to make mincemeat of this many people charging them. I guess scrap metal in this case. Yeah, you'd think they'd have had an easier job of it, considering they all rolled up in tanks, too. He looks happy. He's not happy he's dying. He was just thought, you know, he was glad they won, but, you know, he was dying. Ooh, just a whole bunch of stuff. Just, there's a lot. It's busy. What's that last one? Oh, it must be something else that I didn't read. I didn't read the other part of the magazine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. But, you know what, guys? I think now is a good time for us to take a short break for 5 minutes. A short break for 5 minutes so you can stretch your legs, get a drink, get snacks, and do whatever else it is that you need to do. We will be back here in 5 minutes, and I think we'll go for about another hour, I think, from about here. Well, probably yeah, I think about an hour. We shall see. Well, maybe another half an hour actually, not an hour. That's wrong. I'm just getting my brain all See you tomorrow. Are you off, sweetie? But yeah, we'll see you back here in half an hour, and I will be with you again shortly. And when we get back, you know, we'll have a bit of a chat. And 23:55 exactly, yeah. Oh right, see you tomorrow. Got ya. I see. I understand. But yes, I will see you in 5 minutes. Also tomorrow. Where did I get one? I don't know. This was a gift from my sister. I don't know where she picked it up, to be honest with you, but thank you. But anyway, yes, I will be back in 5 minutes, and I hope to see you guys soon. guys, welcome back. I hope everybody had a sufficient break. Shows how awake I am. It is still today for me. Happy Sunday for those of you who are now in Sunday. I've got another hour to go yet, more or less. But hey, we're almost there for the evening. We're gonna go for about another half an hour, so I think that's 1 or 2 more scenes to go. It depends how long or intense they get, but happy Sunday in an hour. Why, thank you. I love a good preemptive good morning. How is everybody feeling? What are your feelings? How's your day been? And how are you enjoying the playthrough so far? I hope that all of my choices have at least been entertaining in some way. What am I actually drinking? Tonic water. It's just tonic water, that's all. It's a bit fizzy, a bit tangy, but it's not alcoholic. Tomorrow is Monday. Not for me, it's not. Tomorrow is still Sunday for me. Oh, that's rough, man. Happy Monday, then. I hope, Monday brings you good things. My feeling sucks, so meh. I hope everyone else is good, though. Aw, sweetie, don't worry. We're here for you for at least another half an hour. And I hope Mrs. Chopper comes home soon, safe and sound. But why don't we pop back in here and see how things go. Oh, it's an ominous chess set. Oh, there she is.
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters. Humans have no choice but to destroy them.
I thought Kamsky knew something. I was wrong.
I do have a Discord, but I'm not at the point where I have one that I'm ready to share with the community yet.
Did Kamsky design this place?
He created the first version. It's been improved significantly since then. Why do you ask?
I'm not a unique model, am I? How many Connors are there?
I don't see how that question pertains to your investigation.
You didn't tell me everything you know about deviants, did you?
I expect you to find answers, Connor, not ask questions. Have you experienced anything?
But you can't find answers without asking questions. That's what detectives do.
Do you feel anything for these deviants? Or for Lieutenant Anderson?
When you're ready to make a mental health section, I'll monitor it as best I can and we can help people. Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Are you suggesting that I've been compromised?
No. No, of course not.
You're off the case. The FBI is taking over.
What? But we're onto something. We just need more time, I'm sure we
Hank, you don't get it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands now. We're talking about national security here.
Fuck that. You can't just pull the plug now, not when we're so close.
You're always saying you can't stand androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
We're about to crack the case. I know we can solve it. For God's sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to cyberlife. I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over. Hank, what are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
Listen, take a few days to think it over. There's no rush.
I thought enough about it. I'm tired of going through the motions. There's nothing keeping me here. Not this case. Not my partner.
I'm a mental health campaigner.
I
I've
don't
got
belong here anymore.
a few MH sections added to streamer discords. Just want your community to know that there's someone there if they need it. Thank you very much. That's very good to know. If I do end up starting a community discord, I will definitely put a section up there because it is important and it does need to be acknowledged. Do 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 be do be do. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
I have orders, you know. Okay.
He's escaping! Stop him!
I love that he punches Perkins too.
Jesus Christ. How do you manage to get out of the cell?
No fucking idea. Come on, you. Get a move on.
You'll have fun at school on Monday.
Hey, Connor. I'm talking to you, asshole.
It's like, oh, for God's sake.
Wouldn't any plastic pricks around here, or did anybody tell you?
I'm registering the evidence in my possession. But don't worry. I'm going to leave. Though I'm certainly going to miss our bromance.
Son of a bitch. Go on, then. You gotta fucking move on. Fucking androids.
Don't worry, I'm just slightly glazed over. No, I'm just kind of thinking how long this scene is going to be. I don't really remember. I know a lot happens, and that's fine. It's one of my favorite moments, to be honest. This particular bit. But it is late, and I don't intend to go for much longer.
What would a hard-boiled, eccentric police lieutenant choose? Obviously.
I've killed them all!
Jericho. The answer's here somewhere. Not much time. Gotta think fast. The deviant who took a child hostage. Rupert. The android with the birds.
He doesn't have what I need. 4717.
The two Tracies from Eden Club. Were They headed to Jericho? Did they know how to get there? The android that murdered its owner.
4717. Let's talk to Daniel. I never talk to Daniel. No, they didn't base it off humans.
You lied to me, Connor.
As far as I'm aware.
I trusted you, and you lied to me.
You were going to kill that child. You gave me no choice. I need to find Jericho. Do you know where it is?
You're wasting your time. I don't know anything about Jericho. But I hope that one day you pay for what you did to me.
This one, I think. Why is my life a struggle right now? Six, 7, 5, 5.
Tracy. Where's Tracy?
I know you were headed to Jericho. Tell me where it is.
I remember you. We could have escaped. Been free. But you killed us. Disconnect me. I'd rather be dead than live without her.
Fragile neck, oh my god. Oh my god. This is awful. Why am I all of chat now?
Thought you were dead. We'll get out of here. We'll be free. I promise. Tell me where Jericho is. Give me your hand. Tracy? What's happening? Tracy! Tracy!
I've been dreaming about this since the first second I saw you.
Don't do it, Gavin. I know how to stop the deviants.
You're off the case. And now, it's gonna be definitive.
Oh. Oops. This isn't going well at all, is it? Great! We've done our jobs.
Get the alarm now!
Dun dun dun! You're shooting people in the game and I get flagged for that. Different standards, sweetie. Different standards. Oh, I did a lot. Okay, the last time I did this, I reactivated the android from Stratford. And I didn't deal with the Tracy's that time. Okay. Well, considering I think this is going to be the best cutoff point that we have, considering we people familiar with the game know what's coming up anyway. So I think we'll leave it there because I think things are going to get long and tricky, and just it's gonna run over massively if we keep going. So I'm gonna call it here for the night, and I will. You're leaving me absolutely. Currently anyway. But not for very long, because for tomorrow we are playing another game of Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. For those of you who are unaware of it, there is a small turnip boy and he commits tax evasion. It's a very cute, interesting puzzle game. And it's sort of vaguely sinister. I think Mayor Onion is up to something, and I don't like it. We got caught committing a crime, so now we decided that the mayor decided that we were going to work for him. So he sent us off to collect a few things for him, and in the process we've been learning some very interesting things about the origin of Turnip Boy and his various fruit and vegetable people. Only because you tore up his documents, yes. But we don't talk about that. We were sticking it to the man, and the man caught us. We are victims. But yes, I don't know how much more of that game there is. I'm hoping we'll have at least one more good session of it, but I honestly don't know if it'll stretch into a third. Turnip Boy is cute. I love Turnip Boy. Apparently there are plushies of him out there, so if you want to hunt one down, then you may absolutely do so. They're cute too. They look like pretty good quality, to be honest. I'm sure Automod hates you too, sweetie. It doesn't like to do its job, and yet you make it. But yes, after Sunday, I won't be streaming again until Tuesday. I already explained a little while back that Tuesday was supposed to be the day in which we do co-op Portal play, but for Portal 2, obviously. But my friend who I was planning on playing it with won't have internet because she's moving house and it won't be ready until like Thursday. And now I don't do Thursday, so we're delaying it a week, and then we're going to be doing instead Kingdoms and Castles, which is a city builder, which we as a community have already started on. And it was going well. It was going cute. My leadership skills were questioned, and possibly rightly so. But that's for that's for Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Skyrim, and so on and so forth. Chat, you're amazing. It's been fun. Thank you for helping calm me down. No problem. We're glad that you're here, and that we could help you in that way. So, if you are still stressed out, then do pop by tomorrow. If not, then I only hope that you have the rest of your... You can get a TARDIS in Skyrim. Only if you mod it, yeah. Bye-bye. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for all your follows and your subscriptions and all of your support. I appreciate it so much, and I'm glad that you're here and spending time with me. So have a good evening, sleep well when you go, and have a great time zone. And have a good Monday or Sunday or whatever day it may be for you. Good night, guys. I will see you next time.